asked for 2 weeks to house sit and look after the dog while they go away on holidays, and the bird who's making noise in the background there. And I just figured that this would be a really great opportunity to kind of get my shit together. So I've kind of roughed out a little bit of a plan in my mind, and I definitely need to write it down on paper. But I want to make these 2 weeks, I guess, a healthy living kind of kickstart. Make sure that I'm really ahead with work stuff, and really just focus on having that me time, having that important time with friends. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do in order to make the most of this time is actually write out what do I want to achieve in this 2 weeks, and then actually start putting it into action and think about what I'm going to do each day to kind of bit by bit make sure that I'm achieving my goals and making the most of this time that I have down the coast. Because while I'm down here, I've got the house on myself. I don't really need to do many chores because, you know, other than keep the house tidy, I don't need to sort of keep up with shopping or things like that I would normally do back at home. And it also cuts out a 45-minute drive that I need to do each day. So while I've got this extra time, I really want to make the most of it. So step number 1, I'm going to make a plan. So let's get to that. It's my second day down the coast, and yesterday I made a list of kind of what I want to get out of this trip, and a couple of the things that I wrote down were sort of in relation to, I guess, personal well-being. So one thing I want to try and do every day is do something for myself. So whether that's go out for dinner, like I'm going to go out with a friend tonight, we're going to catch up, we're going to not have dinner. I already had dinner at home, but maybe have a little snack or a drink. And another thing is that I want to try and eat healthy. So probably instead of having alcohol when I go out for dinner, I might just have a cup of tea or something else, and just focus on having some healthy snacks while I'm out there. I also want to finish off 2 books. So one of them is Girl Boss, which I'm about 3/4 of the way through. So I want to finish that off. And the second thing I want to do is start and hopefully finish You're a Badass at Making Money, which I haven't started yet. So that's another thing that I want to do. So I want to focus on reading, doing something for myself each day, healthy eating, going to the gym. My goal is to go 5 days a week. I already went this afternoon, and I plan on going, I guess, for the next 4 afternoons after school and then on the weekend. The good thing about being down the coast is that I've got my best friend Amy down here, and we often go to the gym together, so I'll have that accountability. And another thing that I want to do while I'm down here, and I've kind of got this free time where I'm spending, you know, hours at home of a nighttime by myself, and I don't really want to spend that watching TV all the time. So I will be reading, but I also want to be really getting ahead when it comes to the extra jobs that I have at work. In the middle of term 2 for a teacher, you've got a lot of marking, you've also got a lot of reports, which if you let it, they can really build up and stress you out. So obviously I don't want to put myself in that position where I have heaps going on and not enough time to keep up with it. So making the most of this downtime to really get on top of that and get ahead of that is something that I want to do. So in terms of my 2-week plan, my goals, I've written them down. That's my first thing. And then day 2 of being here, I've already gone to the gym, and I'm doing something for myself today in going out and hanging out with my friend. I've also had a healthy dinner. I've had healthy food at school. So on the healthy eating front, it's looking good. And hopefully I'm going to come home a little bit earlier than I normally would and tuck into a chapter or 2 of my book. So today's been a good day in terms of the challenge and in terms of getting on to some of the goals that I set for myself. All right, day 4 of being down the coast and trying to have this health challenge, I guess. And I've been going good at parts of it and not so good at other parts of it. So good in terms of healthy eating, reading my books, trying to get ahead with schoolwork. Could be better at the gym for sure. I've only gone 2 afternoons out of the 4, one being this afternoon to do some cardio and abs, and definitely need to get better at drinking more water. I'm trying to drink more like 2 bottles of water a day, and generally I'm only drinking 1. So really need to improve on that. Something else that I have thought about doing while I'm down here is putting on less makeup or having days where I don't wear any makeup at all. Yesterday I wore hardly any makeup. Today I've got a little bit on, and I'm hoping tomorrow I can not wear any or hardly any at all as well. I really just want to give my skin a chance to breathe and just to be a little bit more confident in myself and not rely on makeup as much every day. Plus, it saves 10 to 15 minutes every morning that you don't need to spend sort of getting yourself ready. So that's a plus as well. It's my last night down the coast, and even though my 2-week challenge has come to an end, obviously I'm trying to lead a healthy lifestyle, so I'm not going to stop doing the things that I was trying to do while on this challenge. My healthy eating worked out really well. However, did I manage to go to the gym 5 times a week? No, but I did manage to get there at least 3 or 4 times a week, which is better than nothing, and probably better than what I would normally get just living 45 minutes away and coming home tired and looking for all sorts of excuses not to go. So I definitely upped the ante on the gym. I managed to finish 1 book. However, I think maybe I set my sights too high in hoping to finish 2 books, and I'm only about a quarter of the way through my other one. I managed to do something nice for myself every day, which was fantastic. Catch up with friends, family, and I think all in all that my 2 weeks were really well spent, and I feel pretty refreshed in going back home, and I feel like I've cultivated some pretty good habits that I'm definitely going to take into my day-to-day life when I go back up the coast.